Test, test, 1, 2. Check, check. Check, check. Jeremy, you hear me up there? How's it sounding? Check, check, 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2. Test, test, 1, 2. Let's get this a little bit higher, shall we? Check, check, 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2. Is that a thumbs up? Okay. Alrighty.
Good morning and welcome. We're so happy to have you all with us today as we honor the graduates of the class of 2023. Before we begin, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge the land on which we're meeting today. This is the land of the Atfalati Band of the Kayapuyuw people, who are now part of the Confederated Tribes of the Grand Ronde. To acknowledge this land is to recognize our role in the history of this place and the lives of the peoples who lived here in connection with the land before we were here. To honor these connections, we are committed to engaging in an active effort to cultivate relationships with Indigenous communities within and around Pacific University. Today, we're celebrating the class of 2023. They are the 25th class to complete the PA education at Pacific University. The faculty, staff, and I are all honored to have been a part of your journey. You've grown and matured into skilled clinicians. We celebrate your accomplishments today, and we welcome you as our colleagues into the profession of physician assistant. Will you please rise and face the audience? It is my distinct honor to present you the class of 2023. Tomorrow, you'll receive your master's hood and your diploma. While this event may mark the end of your time here at Pacific University, you will be embarking on the greatest lifelong learning adventure of your life and that you can possibly imagine. Your future is before you, and it's full of infinite possibilities. You will accept leadership roles across diverse communities, and I encourage you to embrace that challenge and to find every role that you can, embrace it, grow, and allow it to shape you throughout your career. Consider for a moment how many advisors, fellow students, teachers, staff, and preceptors were involved in providing you the opportunity for you to push yourself to new levels of academic and clinical excellence. We know that at times you wondered whether or not you could read one more page, take one more test, or drive to one more clinical site. But you did, and today we honor your strength and your perseverance. You've demonstrated a relentless thirst for knowledge, and you now have a deeper understanding of the call to service that each clinician heeds as they enter the practice of medicine. It's important that we take a few moments to acknowledge the role that your families, your partners, your fellow students, and your friends have played in your success. Without their unwavering support, patience, and understanding, you would not be the resilient clinicians that you are today. Would the families, partners, friends, and supporters of the graduates please rise and be acknowledged? It's our desire that you, the graduates of the class of 2023, never forget what a privilege it is to practice medicine, to serve your community, and to mentor future PAs. We know you'll continue to strive for clinical excellence throughout lifelong learning. It's been our honor and our distinct privilege to mentor each of you. and we look forward to watching as your careers develop. We are so proud of you, and we hope that you'll stay in touch and remember that we remain a resource for you. We are all part of the Pacific family. Now, we're going to welcome President of the university, Dr. Jenny Coyle, to the podium to say a few words, and I want to tell you just a little bit about Dr. Coyle as she comes to join us. Jenny Coyle is the 18th president of the Pacific University and the first alumna of the university to be appointed to this position. And that's only one of her many firsts. Prior to her current role, she served as the Dean of Southern University College of Optometry at Marshall B. Ketchum University from 2019 to 2022, and she was recruited away from us by the former director of the PA school, who went down there to be dean. And the dean, prior to that, she was the dean of Pacific University's College of Optometry for 12 years. Dr. Coyle completed her Doctor of Optometry and a Master of Science in Clinical Optometry at Pacific. And Dr. Coyle was also elected the first woman president of the Association of Schools and Colleges of Optometry for 2 terms. She served on the board of directors of the American Academy of Optometry, and she is a dedicated supporter of the mission of Pacific University to inspire students to think, care, create, and pursue justice in the world. And we're delighted to have her join us today. Dr. Coyle.
Hello, everyone. What an honor it is to be here and formally say congratulations to the class of 2023 on behalf of your university. So we have something in common. I just realized as I looked up at the 3, we have the 3 in common because I graduated in 1993, 30 years ago, which is shocking. And Director Davis-Risen, the tears, I do the same thing, and I guarantee all of you tomorrow will see me do that the minute I hear those bagpipes. So no worries, there's no shame in caring like that in such a visual way. So Pacific University was founded in 1849 as a school for orphans on the Oregon Trail, as well as children that were left behind by widower fathers who went south in the gold rush. And our mission has always been, since that time, to provide access, particularly to education. But since we started expanding and adding our beloved health professions in 1945, we've expanded our mission to also provide access to health care and improve health equity. And we believe 100% that our School of PA Studies embodies the full promise of the mission that you heard, to inspire our students to think, care, create, and pursue justice in our world. So thank you again, Director Davis-Risen, and all of the PA faculty that are here today and those that I know are joining or thinking about all of you. We know you've been through a lot of challenges over the last few years together. I am incredibly proud of the faculty that have supported you along the way and the way that they're dedicated to your success, not only as students, but also now that you're alumni. Soon-to-be graduates, you've worked very hard. I know, that next test, that next clinic rotation. I felt a similar sort of exhaustion 30 years ago, and I know how incredibly proud everyone in this room is of all of you. And I am as well. Families and friends, I want you to know these students wouldn't be here without you today. Your support is so clear in the remarks that we hear from our students, and being here, I know, means the world to them. So thank you from me for all you've done to be part of this milestone. We take great pride in our PA Studies program and all that the faculty, students, and graduates do in the world. And I'm particularly proud of the fierce commitment by so many of our students and our alumni to provide care to the underserved, be it in rural communities, internationally, or among patients who struggle to access quality health care. You live out our values of inclusion and equity in everything that you do. I know you all have a very special bond as members of the PA profession, but I also want you to know I'm delighted to welcome you into the Pacific University alumni family, where you will also forever be bonded. We are a community. We're a community that cares. We're a community that rolls up our shirt sleeves or our white coat sleeves to promote health equity. We're also a community that takes care of each other. And as you move now from students to alumni, that will never change. We're always here to support you. I want you to know that. We're here to do everything we possibly can as you embark on your next phase of your careers. And that's what we mean by our spirit of Boxer Ohana, or being part of the Boxer family forever. I'm excited for tomorrow. I know you're more excited, but I'm very, very excited when you're going to walk across that stage at graduation and take that next step in your journey to go find your bliss. So thank you so much for inviting me to be here, and thank you so much for everyone being here to be part of this special day. Congratulations again.
Thank you, Dr. Coyle. It's my pleasure to invite this year's student speakers to the stage now. Cade Andrus and Adriana Grimes, can you please join me? We did have to choose people who are right in the middle of the row, right? So come on up.
All right. Can you guys hear me okay? Thank you, Professor Davis. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Adriana. I'm a member of the graduating class. And oh my God, you guys, we did it. Like, can you even believe it? It feels so surreal. I think a lot of us have been talking about how we felt like we would never get to this day, especially starting, 2 years ago. But I'm sure our guests here have heard lots about our time in PA school, but I thought I would take this opportunity to help them understand some of the things that we've been through and also remind ourselves of all the hard work that we've done to get to this point. So I did some math for us. Don't worry, no weight-based antibiotic dose calculations. So let's get into it. As a class, we have traveled to 16 different states and 5 different countries on our clinical rotations. We have taken 37 tests, which includes anatomy in our Rosh assignments. So that is about 29 emails from Professor McClellan and Professor Pesca announcing our scores are posted to Moodle. And I don't know about you guys, but it comes with a unique panic every time as I try and get into Moodle as fast as possible to see what my score is. And we have spent a minimum of 1,728 hours on clinical rotations each. For me, that number is actually 1,879 hours, and I'm sure for a lot of us that number is much more, especially people who did the trauma rotation. And we have spent 2,280 hours in the classroom, which is a lot. Mandolin has made 6,178 flashcards on Quizlet. And this is the best part. That was just in spring semester, so it's like double that. And of course, I cannot forget to mention how many drugs we learned from Dr. Boyle, who was our pharmacology professor. Any guesses? Think, pair, share anyone about how many drugs we've learned from Dr. Boyle? Thoughts? No? Well, the correct answer is 521 different drugs, which is somehow both more and less than I expected it to be. And this list does not include the countless hours that we have spent studying or the seemingly endless list of slides we had to review before each test. So I hope that gives everyone an idea of the time and energy that we have put in to get to this point. Looking back on this time, I am definitely struck by how much we have changed as a class. I remember someone from the class of 2022 telling us during our infection and immunology course, also called Bugs and Drugs, that we would look back on this test and think about how easy it was. This is the first really serious medical module that we have in our curriculum, and it's only a mere 79 drugs to memorize in 2 weeks. And I thought to myself at the time, well, whether or not that's correct, it's not really the most helpful advice, thinking about how hard I felt like it was at the time. And I still don't think that was the most helpful advice, but I do think that most of us can look back on I&I and realize that we would overcome much more difficult hurdles throughout our PA education. And if you had told me during I&I that I could wake up on the morning of our summatives exam with food poisoning, I would have told you that that seems very unlucky, and you would be crazy to think that that could possibly happen on our biggest test of the year. Well, that is exactly what happened. I woke up at about 2 a.m. Feeling quite unwell before our summatives test. And this is where the F word of PA school, flexibility, comes in real handy, because thank goodness for Maddie Collette, who I texted and was like, hey, I'm not gonna make it to campus. Can you please tell Professor Pesca that I'm not gonna be there, and ask her to check her emails so that I can maybe take this from home while being remotely proctored? Which thankfully she said yes, and it all worked out because I'm here. But my point is that I think we all experienced issues or obstacles in the last 27 months that were both harder and easier than we expected them to be. And also, I hope this serves to remind us that we can do hard things. And Professor Key, I actually had this written in here before you told us that yesterday, but I was like, this is perfect. And we can make it out the other side stronger than we were before. I mean, we're like really smart. I don't know if you guys knew that, but like, we're like super smart, and I hope this reminds you of that. However, we did not and could not make it here on our own. And this is evidenced by everyone here in this room and listening on the live stream, that we all need a little bit of help along the way to get us here. On behalf of our class, I would like to thank everyone who put up with us while we dove headfirst into medicine. Seriously, thank you guys so much. We would not be here without you. I hope today we can all relish in how big these accomplishments are. I'm so looking forward to see where we all end up, not just for you, but also for me, so I have access to 54 wonderful providers that I can ask questions of. I will look back fondly on this time and be thankful I never, ever have to do it again. So thank you.
All right. Is this thing on here? For those of you that don't know me, I am the Kate Andrus listed on the board there. And I would like to first thank you all for coming to my birthday party. I was on rotations while it happened. I wanted it to happen at a Chuck E. Cheese, but there's not one around and I'm not allowed there. So it has been a tough 2 years, both inside and outside the classroom. Many of us have struggled with things, and I think today we are all united in the fact that we never have to complete another course evaluation again. And we're also united in the fact that we never have to wait till the batteries are changed in the mic. Speaking of which, all right, it's still on. So I'd like to take a minute to thank some of the sponsors that made this whole day possible. Hillsboro Bar and Grill. You're not that great, but you are nearby. The Popeyes on Walker. The Fred Meyer on 158th and Walker. And specifically the nice guy who worked on Sundays with his 2 dogs at the 7-Eleven under 158th. And lastly, Tobramycin, for being bactericidal in a dose-dependent way. So I was also very excited. Pacific only charged us $100 to graduate. And today only, the bathroom facilities are free. So if any of you need to use them, I recommend it. So as I said, this year especially has been tough, not just academically, but many of us have spent a lot of time alone. And for me, this happened in a barn in the middle of Tennessee, where I often wondered what was in my wall. I think I had it down to a lizard, a mouse. It could have been a guy, I'm not really sure. We'll never know. I told the landlords about it, and they were like, yeah, I don't know, we don't see a lizard. And like, no, I saw one. So I thought about a few things. I had a lot of time for introspection. So the first is that it's almost never a spider bite. If they come in with a spider bite that has rapidly progressed in the past 2 days, they probably need Vanco. The second is that if someone tells you that you're doing something wrong, it's not because they think you're a genius or you're the best student they've ever had. It's probably because you are. I know that from some personal experience. The third, and I will kind of echo other things that previous speakers have said, is that we must never forget where we come from. Take a look at the people behind, think about the people on Zoom, the people that raised you. You may hate your dad, you may think your mom's annoying, but they helped you get here. And the moment you forget that, you'll become a snob that drinks terrible wine and buys the New Yorker and talks about New Yorker articles. I did it once, and I turned into a snob. I hated myself. And the last one, this one actually, it took a little bit of reflection. I think back to a particular simulation session I had, and my group had the honor of having Dr. Bentz as our proctor. And it was intense. And at the end of it, Dr. Bentz told us a story about a woman who had been beaten in New York City. And no one jumped in to help her. And at the end of all this, he said, you know, you guys can no longer do this. You are the adults. And I thought, what does he mean we're the adults? You know, I pay my taxes. I already find it a challenging thing to go to the bathroom. I'm losing some hair, but, you know, I'm an adult. And what he really meant is that with the education we have and what we have been taught to do, we are no longer allowed to be the bystander on the side of the streets. And many of us will never get the chance to help in a situation like that, which was in New York. But we could be the type of person that would. And what does that mean? Well, every day we can make changes to be that type of person. And I think it goes down to one simple sentence, and that is to be the type of person that you would want to take care of you in time of need. For some of us, we might have a temper. Others, it might be on time, and I know that's true. Others, it might be being more punctual. For some, you might need to stop smoking. And if you're still smoking at the end of this, you've obviously have not listened to anything Dr. Bentz has taught us. For me, it was alcohol. There was no way that I could think of a good icebreaker that was, hey, sorry I killed your grandpa, but there was a killer happy hour at Applebee's last night. The point is that we all need to focus on something to improve ourselves. Because what we get to do is not a privilege just because of the education we have. It's great we get to, but it is an honor, and we must cherish it every day. Now, thank you all for putting up with me for 2 years. I know it hasn't been easy, and I will continue to send things in the group me as long as you don't kick me out. I couldn't think of a better group of people to do this, even during puberty. Thank you.
This is my 12th graduation ceremony, and that may be the funniest set of speakers we have ever had. I just have 2 comments. The first is that 2,000 hours, Adriana, is the number of hours before you move from supervision to collaboration. You can get there. Second, 581 drugs, is that what you said? 521 drugs. That's what's known as being boiled. All right, so we're going to move on now to the presentation of student awards. Professor McClellan, would you join me on the stage, please?
Hey guys, it's nice to see you. I was talking to some of you guys out front earlier today, and I was thinking about how we started when we were still doing social distancing. Do you remember? We were in 514, 516 with that ridiculous partition wall. And Jessa, I still have firmly in my mind, you just poking your head through that partition wall and asking your question, and I loved it so much that you did that. So these days are always really fun to come and spend this time with you guys. And I will say, you may know this, you may not, one of my unofficial roles here is to keep an eye on Professor Olsmer when she has a hot mic at her disposal. So the president is here, I'm just reminding you, and keep it, okay, all right. So moving on. So for the audience members, you may not know that these awards, this is brand new information for the award recipients. They didn't know about this until just now that they got this program today. So I am very excited that the Academic Excellence Awards goes to Chaying Lee. So you're going to awkwardly stand here as I say a couple things about you. Okay, all right. So the Academic Excellence Award is given to students who consistently demonstrate excellent academic performance, who freely share their experience and expertise with others, and who demonstrate a strong commitment to improving the student experience in the didactic phase of the curriculum. I'm not sure how many of you know, but Chaying has been integral to the inaugural year of the class peer tutoring here at Pacific, as she has been paying it forward, offering tutoring services to the class of 2024, which was huge that she did that. Many, many hours, and so we're incredibly thankful that you did that. So overall, the recipient of this award did all of this while their performance far exceeded expectations in all aspects. So Chaying is a great representative of the PA profession and is very deserving of this award. It gives me great pleasure to present the 2023 Academic Excellence Award to Chaying Yi. You know what? Okay. We're supposed to get a photo, right? Thank you. Okay. All right, Professor Pesca.
Congratulations, Chaying. All right, so I am going to be presenting the Clinical Excellence Award, and this award is going to go to Catherine Probst. All right, so thank you for joining me. So throughout the clinical phase, Catherine, or Kemi, as we all lovingly know her as, her performance has revealed why she is deserving of this award. So she has had superior preceptor evaluations, timely assignment submissions, exemplary assessment scores, patient management proficiency. She's excelled in her team participation and advocacy for the PA program. So overall, her performance has far exceeded our expectations. And it gives me great pleasure to offer you this award. Our next award will be presented by Professor Davis Risen.
Okay, so The next award is our Outstanding Graduate Award. It's my pleasure to announce that Taylor Martinez and Mandolin Smith are the recipients of the Outstanding Graduate Award this year. Would you please join me? The Outstanding Graduate Award is selected by the PA School faculty and staff. The recipients of this award are chosen because they best exemplify the physician assistant profession by their words and deeds. They demonstrated consistent overall academic ability. They've been praised by their preceptors for outstanding clinical skills and had demonstrated overall proficiency in research and writing. Taylor is your class president and an impressive advocate in PA governance. Mandolin is an NHSC scholar and gave a truly inspiring speech at this year's White Coat ceremony. These honorees have advocated for and shown a depth of understanding of the PA profession while maintaining excellent interpersonal relationships and overall outstanding communication skills and professionalism. But above all, these recipients are considered the complete package, the gold standard, and the consummate physician assistant role model. It gives me great pleasure to recognize Taylor and Mandolin as the recipients of the Outstanding Graduate Award. Ms. Allie and Ms. Diane Van Dyke will now present the first of our community awards.
All right. So, as all of you should know, students, this is Ms. Allie and Ms. Diane Van Dyke, and you were her last clinical class that she scheduled, and she did an amazing job, so I would like to just have a moment to do a round of applause for Ms. Diane. So, thank you. I'm excited to announce the Preceptor of the Year Award, and this year we actually have 2 Preceptors of the Year that we are going to honor. I'd like to share the criteria for this award so that you can better understand its significance and value. The clinical preceptor provides superior clinical knowledge and clinical experience, enthusiasm for teaching, a thorough understanding of the PA role and their scope of practice, and they provide constructive criticism, positive feedback, and the willingness to increase the students' responsibilities and independence as the skills and confidence increase. All of this requires patience, tolerance, and a dedication to the art of medicine, and above all else, their valuable time. So it's my honor to present the first Preceptor of the Year Award to Amy Hernandez, PAC. Come on up. You get to stand awkwardly while we talk about you now. So, based on the student evaluations, Amy definitely meets or exceeds the listed criteria. She's supportive in their learning and their well-being. She continually challenged and mentored them throughout their rotations. She actually brought one of her mentors here today to see this, her current student. Amy, would you like to say a few words? Yeah, off the mic. You get the mic.
I wasn't prepared to say anything, so. I was here 9 years ago, and I'm so excited for all of you. You have an amazing journey ahead of you. This profession is so rewarding. The best thing that I can say is love what you do, be a preceptor.
We gotta have the photo op. Thank you. All right, and then we actually have a second, Miss Diane. She can't see the script, it's not her fault. Second Preceptor of the Year Award goes to Sita Tybee, PAC as well. CETA's student evaluations were consistent in sharing that she has a vast and up-to-date knowledge base and how much she enjoys taking her time to teach students. CETA unfortunately couldn't be here with us today, so we will accept the award on her behalf. And now Ms. Megan Ellis will come up to present our next award. Thank you.
Good morning. We are pleased to present the award for Clinical Site of the Year, which this year goes to Legacy Medical Group Midwifery. Not only is this site one of our most requested specialty sites, but our students consistently speak highly of their preceptors, other providers, and staff. Legacy Midwifery has been paramount in helping provide our students with a vital experience in women's health and healthcare. It is very rewarding when the students share their positive interactions and gratitude when assigned to this site. Legacy Medical Group Midwifery was not able to be here today, so we humbly accept the award on their behalf. Professor Davis Risen will present the next award.
So today we are presenting an award that we do not present regularly. We are presenting the Outstanding Commitment to PA Education Award. So this award is not given annually, and in fact, it's only given when an individual or a team exhibits exceptional commitment to PA students, graduates, and the PA school. This year, I'm honored to present this award, the Outstanding Commitment to PA Education Award, to Jonathan Miner. John served many roles for our students. He served as didactic faculty, an interprofessional instructor and preceptor, and a mentor, and now as a preceptor in his new practice. We're grateful for the example that John sets as he's invested in his patients, his community, and the PA profession, and as a dedicated MD collaborator with PAs in his practice, and his ongoing dedication to Pacific PA students. All PA students, but Pacific ones in specific. John, would you like to say a few words?
I would absolutely love to say something today. It's an honor to be here. I taught for 1 year, and I got to teach all of you guys in the didactic setting. It was an honor. I'm excited to see you all venture out into the clinical world. I've gotten to see a few of you guys come down to Tucson already and rotate through and set an incredible example. My colleagues that I work with, those of you who have come down and rotated have set a standard very high, where I have been told that our students here at Pacific have outshined some of the medical students who come through and rotate in our clinic. So I think that really speaks very loud to the education you guys receive and the clinical experience you have. So spread your education and experience with others, and pass it on along the way. So I'm happy to be here and celebrate this day with you guys too.
Okay, so are you guys ready to receive your certificates? All right. So Professor Olsemer will be joining us. Tomorrow, Pacific University will confer a Master of Science degree acknowledging your academic accomplishments. But today, you're going to receive a certificate of completion from the School of Physician Assistant Studies, which reads, "Be it known that the graduate has successfully completed the requirements of the Physician Assistant Program and is hereby designated as a physician assistant with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Need everyone to join me on the dais.
We would also like to recognize the students who participated in the Rural Healthcare Tract and the Global Healthcare Tract. The Rural Healthcare Tract is designed to better prepare students who plan to work in rural locations, particularly in Oregon and Hawaii. Student interest in rural medicine is nurtured through a collaboration with the Oregon Area Health Education Scholars Program, including rigorous additional coursework and graduate project designed to prepare students to expand access to primary care in rural and underserved communities. The Global Healthcare Tract is designed to better prepare students who plan to work with globally diverse patients, both locally and abroad. Global Healthcare Tract students' interest in global health is nurtured through interprofessional global health courses, small group sessions, and a graduate project designed to better prepare them to work in global, local settings. When I read your name to receive your PA certificate, I will also read if the student is associated or the graduate is associated with Rural Healthcare Tract or the Global Healthcare Tract. And please remain on the stage with your classmates so that we may recite the PA oath of practice together. Please rise. You're over there. Okay. Jessica Anderson, member of the Rural Healthcare Tract. Natasha Anderson. Alyssa Andrew, member of the Rural Healthcare Tract. Cade Andrus, member of the Rural Healthcare Tract. Britton Austin, member of the Rural Healthcare Tract. Catherine Oshak, member of the Rural Healthcare Tract. Kaylee Back. Tatiana Basulto, member of the Rural Healthcare Tract. Max Brown, member of the Rural Healthcare Tract. Hannah Shea, member of the Rural Healthcare Tract. Madison Collette. Mason Collins, member of the Rural Healthcare Tract. Mia Travinsky, member of the Rural Healthcare Tract. Hannah Dalton. Adam Dinius. Kimberly Edmonds, member of the Rural Healthcare Tract. Saul Escobar, Rural Healthcare Tract. Shiley Fahalamati Barbast. Oh man. Rural Healthcare Tract. Carl Fjellstad, Rural Healthcare Tract. Adriana Grimes, Global Healthcare Track. Zach Henry. Mariah Hill, Rural Healthcare Track. Coral Isaacs, Rural Healthcare Track. Rachel Janney, Rural Healthcare Track. Sydney Johnston, Global Healthcare. Tyler Kai. Nilufar Kalantari. Faith Kemp, Rural Healthcare. Connor Labella. V. Lamb. Chai Ying Lee, Rural Healthcare Track. Faith Lopez Flores, Rural Healthcare Track. Colleen Lee. Taylor Martinez, Rural Healthcare Track. Jacob Massarelli, Rural Healthcare Track. Bailey McDonald, Global Healthcare Track. Claire Moses, Global Healthcare Track. Kaylee Nelson, Rural Healthcare Track. Shelby O'Hara, Rural Healthcare. Molly Peterschmidt. Sydney Phelps, Global Healthcare. Alexander Pashada, Rural Healthcare Track. Catherine Probst. Kylie Cameron, Rural Healthcare Track. Mandolyn Smith, Rural Healthcare Track. Madeline Solomon Nailway. Shanthi Tanganon. Serena Tapuloa, Rural Healthcare Track. Deanna Taylor, Rural Healthcare Track. Benjamin Thusen, Rural Healthcare Track. Kimberly Tran. Janice Trin. Riley Tyler, Global Health. Joseph Van Binsbergen. Luke Wardle.
We're just going to give them a moment to get adjusted, and then we're going to take the PA oath. PA faculty, please join me on the dais. Any PAs in the audience that wish to join us on the dais may do so as well. At this time, we're going to join the graduates as they recite the physician assistant oath. The PA oath was created by the Student Academy of the American Academy of Physician Assistants. As PAs, we're expected to perform the duties described within the PA oath with honesty, integrity, and dedication. I pledge to perform the following duties with honesty and dedication. I will hold as my primary responsibility the health, safety, welfare, and dignity of all human beings. I will uphold the tenets of patient autonomy, beneficence, non-maleficence, and justice. I will recognize and promote the value of diversity. I will treat equally all persons who seek my care. I will hold in confidence the information shared in the course of practicing medicine. I will assess my personal capabilities and limitations, striving always to improve my medical practice. I will actively seek to expand my knowledge and skills, keeping abreast of advances in medicine. I will work with other members of the healthcare team to provide compassionate and effective care of patients. I will use my knowledge and experience to contribute to an improved community. I will respect my professional relationship with all members of the healthcare team. I will share and expand knowledge within the profession. These duties are pledged with sincerity and upon my honor. Congratulations to the class of 2023. Thank you all for attending today. We hope you enjoy the rest of your day, celebrating with your family and friends. Students, please remain on the stage for one class photo, and remember to take down your posters. And we'll see you tomorrow for graduation. PA team, we'd like to take a team photo as well.